What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today, we're ranking every R6
Y10
operator.
Operator.
Yeah. This is about to be so controversial. We haven't even talked about any of this. Me and Manny are probably going to disagree a lot, and we're
We're
going to have
gonna
to
disagree on the
compromise.
second pick, I can tell you.
Literally. Okay, we're going in order. So we're starting with
Striker.
Sentry, or not Striker. This is attackers. Starting with Striker, who I recently learned is a female. Um, and ending with
Oh,
Scopios.
oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Striker,
Yeah.
since she's a female, that sends her straight up to S tier. I'm kidding. But
D
feminine.
tier female suck.
Oh my gosh, bro. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
No. With
All right.
okay.
Let's start,
Um,
I guess. Striker. So she can hard breach walls by herself, and
I think
and
S
she can
tier.
also
I'm
bring
just gonna put it straight out there. I think S tier.
I
Best
think
solo queuing
A.
now.
I think A because it is still kind of hard to beat having a utility. Like,
Well, no, she is utility, right?
no, but she like it's I feel like she's not good enough to be S tier. Cause like what she can flash and nade you. And what if that doesn't work? She does have a
She's
really
the
good gun.
M4. She has the M4.
Yeah, bro's got the M4. This is true. But
Um,
also
primary. What's the primary? The LMG. The LMG is not that good. I
LMG
don't.
sucks. M4 if you're not running M4 on Striker, uninstall the game. Um she can hard breach walls by herself and she can also I think A.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Sledge. I personally think Sledge is A tier
A tier.
because of the new hot breaching. And he just got a
That's
buff
not a
because he
good
can hit.
reason. That's only because
And he just got buffed to break Clash's shield.
that's not really a. That's part
He's
of
a
the reason.
Clash counter and he can
He was
hot
he was a
breach.
Clash kind of last
I've
season.
killed you by hot breaching windows before with
Yeah,
Sledge.
because do you think I'm smart? No.
He's
If you're
not.
playing in like,
He has
I
a
think he's
really
B
good
tier.
gun. He
I'm gonna
has
be honest. I think he's B
frags.
tier. I think he's B tier.
This
Here's the
is so
thing:
controversial.
if you're playing vert, then like,
He can play vert.
yeah, but
He
you're
can
getting nitro.
frag. He
He's
has frags.
he has frags, but when he plays vert, you're getting nitro. Do you know how many sledges I've killed with a nitro cell?
Probably a lot, honestly.
Yeah,
Thatcher.
which I will say. Wait, I will say the two speed buff helped him.
I'm
That
telling
did
you,
help.
I think with the buffs he's A. I'm okay
Mm.
with putting him at B though.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh, we'll think about
Speaking
it. We'll
of,
see.
wait, we didn't even discuss this. Are we doing this off of solo queue or are we doing this off of
I say since we always play in a team, I say actually
in at least a
that changes
duo?
it because then striker would be S tier if it's a solo queue list, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Do you want to do solo queue then?
Let's do solo queue. Yeah, all right.
All right,
Striker's
so
going to S
Striker
tier.
moves to S. I think Sledge moves to
No,
A in
that
solo
doesn't
queue.
change
I
anything.
think he
That
does.
doesn't change anything.
All right, fine. Solo queue, Thatcher.
You're just a sledge main.
I am. I think Thatcher is
S
I
tier.
think he can counter a lot.
No,
I
no,
think
no, no.
he's
I
A
say A
tier
tier. A tier. That's
because
the
he
first
can
time we've
I've used
agreed.
him to counter
Yeah,
Clash multiple times.
yeah.
Ash is S tier.
No, A tier.
R4C just got buffed.
Uh huh.
She's so strong.
Fine. All right. S tier. Whatever.
She,
I
Thermite, arguably one of the best. I think
no.
he's a very well-rounded hard breacher. I think Ace is the best hard breacher just because of his
Ace.
kit.
I think Ace is the best operator in the game. In my
Okay.
what?
He is really good. I think Mute's the best operator in the game.
I'm saying
Um,
okay. Attack side. I feel like
Attack Ace or
arguing who's
Buck
the best
probably, but
in the game.
no
I
Blackbeard.
think right now Clash.
Blackbeard is the best.
Now I think Clash is better than Mute.
Oh,
All right, we'll
we'll
get
get to
there.
that when we get to that.
Thermite is
Thermite,
eight.
B
Actually,
tier.
S tier. S tier. S tier.
I was thinking
Here's a
B.
whole wall
If you
open.
think S and I think B, we compromise and put him in A.
Deal. Yeah. You run
Huzzah.
Thermite all the time. I don't know. I
I
can.
do.
You run
I'm a
Ace.
Thermite main on like Outback. Twitch.
You run them
Twitch
on
is really
Outback,
good.
Consulate,
Twitch
Chalet.
is really good. And the F2 also just got buffed. And she has the 417, does she not?
Yeah, and she
I
also has
love the 417.
shotgun, which is Absolute
If
trash.
you're running shotgun on Twitch.
Anyway, she's good for getting off Mira's. I mean,
But
she's good.
solo queue, I feel like solo queue makes her a little bit more A tier just because you don't have the teammates to fully work with. Because you may get the stuff off the breach, but your thermite might be dead.
Right. Go ahead. Yeah.
I
A
think
tier.
A. Monty. Monty is arguably the worst of the shields right now.
Not well right now, but also for solo queue because you're
Solo queue, Monty sucks. I think Monty's
no
like a
one's
C
playing
tier.
with you. You're just
Monty is so counterable. I think Monty's
right.
C tier.
I think Monty C tier as well.
Monty's actually buns in solo queue.
Uh,
Glaz.
D tier.
I can't believe we're doing my boy Glaz like this.
If
Okay.
you're running
Fuse.
Glass in the
Okay,
Big
okay, okay.
25, which
At
then the
low
Big 25 in
ranks.
the Big 25 is crazy.
In the
But
victory. At
uh
low ranks, Fuse is really good. The second you
yeah,
get up to higher ranks, he's only good for like I guess he can still get
buns.
util off.
No, he's not even used for
I
that.
would say
He's
C tier.
why not use like Vert to
I
get the, yeah.
I think he's like C tier because he
I
does have the
agree.
A. I think he can get stuff
Right.
off and he
He
has
does have a
AK.
really good gun.
Blitz is probably B tier,
I think he's A tier with a Finka.
but
Maybe
your
even
solo
S
queue is
tier with
the
a
issue.
Finka.
I would say any shield op goes up at least a level with Finka, but I think
I
in
think Blitz
solo
is
queue,
S tier
Blitz is
with Finka.
probably a B.
Oh yeah, solo queue, which he can. I think of the shields. Well, obviously Blackbeard's gonna be better than a Blitz. Yeah, I
Yeah.
say A.
Blackbeard is, yeah, we'll get there. IQ.
Um,
IQ needs a buff or
B
some
tier.
type of rework
I mean,
so badly.
I think B tier.
B? I was thinking C.
Well, she can get off
She
like there's Valkyrie
she's a
cam,
good gun
there's
and
an
she can I
Echo,
guess she can counter like cams and stuff, which is
right?
important for solo queue.
If they're
So
very like
we'll
heavily
go a solid B.
reliant on
Buck.
information.
Buck is an S tier
S
operator.
tier, yeah. I mean, he's like,
He's so good.
which, yeah, they got rid of his
Blackbeard, also an S tier
S tier,
operator.
yeah, yeah. This is about to be.
Especially in solo queue, you can just get so much information.
All right, I think
Capital.
Capital is C tier. Very,
I
he's
I'd agree.
situational
He
because
needs, yes,
I
he's
mean, you
very
use him in
situational. I
what
think,
Raptors of, yeah,
oh
you use
yeah,
him
Outback
Raptors
on,
of.
or not, it isn't, yeah, it is Outback.
No, it's Clubhouse,
You're
Clubhouse,
right,
yeah,
Clubhouse is Clubhouse, Clubhouse.
yeah.
Yeah.
You use him on Clubhouse to clear that
Uh-huh.
out. I really think he's just C tier.
Yeah. Habana.
Habana S tier,
The easy, what did you just say?
S tier. I
She's
think
so easy to counter. She's the easiest hard breacher
I
to
think
counter.
that all hard breachers are S tier.
I strongly disagree.
Oh.
We just put Thermite in A tier.
Okay,
I think
I
Habana's B tier.
I say we put her in A.
All right, we're throwing her an A.
At least put a
Jackal.
hard breacher in A.
Jackal just got nerfed. And he
He
was
did.
not that good to begin with. I think he's B.
I think he was better to begin with. It was really a nerf. It was technically a
I
rework,
think he's
but
B. B or C.
I B B.
Ying. Ying is really good. I
Ying,
would put Ying in an A tier.
she can be hard countered by a few things. Warden,
But
um,
how many Warden mains use their ability?
me, I do. I'm a Warden main, and I
That's
use my
true. You
ability.
are a Warden main. You do actually use your ability.
And
There's
you
a meme
turn on
clip
the ability to
somewhere of
blue.
us on coastline, and I'm like, "There's a smoke," and then I'm like, "You're Warden, you're Warden." You're like, "Oh, I'm Warden."
That was when I literally started the game,
That
bro.
was so funny. It was so funny.
That
I
was
think
when
we
I
put
first.
Ying in A tier.
I agree.
Just
Ying A tier.
because
Ying A tier.
like she's very strong. Zofia. Okay.
I think. Well, okay. Hear me out. So I think she's A tier. Okay.
I agree.
I was
I
gonna
was
say she
thinking
can
A.
counterclass really well. For one downside for me, because she also gets claymores and she has hard breach charges. So you got the concussions, you got soft breaching, and you got hard
You
breaching.
can like breach a wall pretty much with Sophia. Like,
Right. And
impressive.
then I mean, she's also such a hard counter to Clash, which in my opinion is the best operator in the game right now. So,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people
She's
agree.
people have been comparing her to Ash. I feel like Ash's guns are still a little too good to make Zofia better.
And also she's a one speed, so that kind of is
Yes.
and her
She's a
guns
little
are
slow,
awful.
but I
They both
think
have like
util
awful.
wise in running her in solo queue, she's an A tier operator.
No one can control her recoil, or at least I have yet to see someone who actually can, like fully.
Yeah, that she's a little hard. That the recoil alone makes me want to put her in B tier, but I think she's okay.
Yeah. All right.
Dokkaebi.
Dokubi's S tier.
She's such a good operator. We
All
don't
right.
even have
We
to.
don't even need to talk about it really.
Nope.
You can
Lion.
jump clear.
I
Okay.
think in I think
I think
Lion is
Lion's
like
B
a
tier.
B tier operator.
Yeah, we agree. Yeah. I mean, he's mid.
He's
Um
okay.
he's okay.
Finka. I
Depends on
think
if there are
Finka's
shields on
also
your
B
team or
tier.
not. Right. If you're running it,
If
uh,
they
in
because like
solo
you
queue.
can coordinate with teammates to run if they're on shields and a Finka instantly makes like this guy go up to here or here.
Okay,
Um
I think that like with a Fink up Blitz is like an S tier, but
oh for sure. But
because
I
Blitz can
think
just yeah,
solo
shoot
queue
anywhere.
if you're just maining Finka like you're doing something wrong. She's frags and the second you're out of stims you have no utility.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
I'm thinking B. Maverick.
S.
Uh,
Hear me out.
S.
Because he can get off
He
like
did just get buffed as well. Well, he got us kind of buffed because he doesn't take damage from electric walls anymore, but no, neither
okay,
does
that's
anyone.
kind of a crazy way to say buff. It was a
It is
rework
a
on electricity.
buff.
Yeah, I don't think it was directly for him. Maybe
No,
it
it
was like
wasn't.
a secret hint. I'm kidding. Anyway, here's the thing: is you can get rid. I mean, especially with your point, you can get off the wall so easily because now you can just like there's the claymore trick. If there's a bandit tricker, so you can get any bandit tricking. You can
That's true.
also get rid of like K tricking by just looking up. You can also make any wall soft. So if you have someone like an Ash or like
That's
any
true. The
breach guard.
only issue with Bandit that makes me want to put him at A and not S is he takes some team coordination to make his utility really useful. So I feel like for solo queue, putting him at A is okay because he takes a little bit of coordination, but putting him at S, he's just not good enough standalone completely.
I disagree, but I'll say A. I'll
You
say A.
say A?
Yeah, it's fine.
Nomad is S tier.
No, she's not. She's A
What do you
tier.
mean?
She's got three of them. They're really easy to shoot. Okay, I
They are decently easy to shoot,
they're really easy to
but
shoot.
how often are they getting shot?
Just like silver, gold, plat lobbies.
I
Um.
guess I can get away with putting her at A.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Gridlock is C tier.
Agreed. She needs a buff. Nook is D tier. Nook is
Nook's D tier.
garbage.
She can't do anything. Amaru C tier.
I would also agree, Amara C. Callie,
So
probably
running
C.
Cali, this is okay. Okay, this is really
What are you
weird.
about to
But
say?
the thing that they did, where if you hit the limbs, it does less damage. Has really
Oh.
like almost like there's no point in running a sniper if you're like holding an angle where you can only see their legs. Because then
How
it's
often are you sniping people's legs? I think Callie's C tier. I think she still has some stuff that's okay.
he's good for getting off cake box
Unless your
and
name is
charges.
Carl, you shouldn't be running Callie on most
Or he's
nights.
good at Carl Dane.
I think she's C tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Ayana is so good. Still.
You're kidding.
She has two great guns.
Okay, I think you're kidding.
She has
You
I'm
have to
dead
be kidding
serious. She has
so
relatively
bad.
infinite information.
Ayana has been known as one of the best solo queue operators for a very long time. She has infinite information, two good guns. You can run impact EMPs to deal with any utility to get up there fast. I've recently used a freaking catcher as a frag grenade and pushed in.
See, the second if we run Iona and Silver and you're actually using your
You can
ability,
Ayana bait.
if
That's a
they're
pro
smart, they
strat.
ping the second they hear the sound. Like, do you know my first game I ran Iona when we hit Silver, I died, and I never played Iona again. Unless it's the coastline head strat.
I think
I think she's.
multiple good players run Ayana. I think she's a very well-rounded operator.
I'll say B.
I was thinking A.
If you
We'll
just,
put
oh no,
if we put Nomad at A, I think we can put Ayana at A.
no, Nomad is way better than Iona.
Wow.
Like if you
Okay.
want to run the RX, just run Nomad.
We don't even need to talk about this. Aces.
That's your no. Put him above Striker, bro. Like if we're actually doing
Oh,
this, like
I forget. Yeah, Striker's like.
solo queue. So
Yeah, I definitely think Ace is like the best attacker. Okay. Zero.
zero is B tier.
I agree. I think he's like middle of the road B tier though. Like I feel like he's a little worse than IQ. Eh.
No, he's better than IQ.
Yeah, I think he's better than IQ, worse than Line. Flores. I think he's very situational.
IQ good
He's
for
C or B.
yeah.
What are we
Probably
thinking?
B A.
I think B.
B.
I I think he's like up here.
If he's in certain situations, I think Flores is A. I mean, sorry, A tier.
I think he's B.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm
Yeah.
just in
In
his.
certain situations, he can be good. Osa. Okay, here's the thing about Osa. She is
Elsa's B
so
tier.
counterable.
You can't convince me otherwise. Elsa's B tier.
Yeah. I think in solo queue, she's honestly worse. I feel like in solo queue, she might be high C.
What? Well, no. I don't think there's really a difference between solo queue. I mean, you're playing off the shield. You're usually not having your
That's
teammates.
true. Okay, like I think like lowish B.
I agree.
I think like there's fine. Since did recently get buffed, recently-ish. And that was an actual buff.
And that was a
Warden
long time
can't
ago,
see
though.
through them,
Warden can't, and also you can turn them off and on. Still, I think
but
he's. I think
still, I
he's
think you see. I was
C.
thinking high C, like up here.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Grim is
Grim
so
is
good.
S tier.
Grim is S tier. I think he's somewhere here.
I think he's below Dokeby, in my opinion.
I think that's fair. Brava is
Brava.
also really. I think Brava's A tier, especially solo queue in today's game in
Yeah,
Year 10
yeah,
Season 2.
and yeah, yeah.
I think she's
And
like,
with the new ban system, Capcan isn't getting banned as much. And I will say you can only hack what, like 6 things, and you have to be really careful with your drones. But if you do good
yeah,
drones, you're able to get
but
stuff.
like you can get so much.
Yeah.
Ram is also good, but I feel like she's probably A tier. I
I
don't
was
think
gonna
she's
agree. Yeah,
S.
I was gonna say I think she's A tier. I think she's the best vert operator in the game. I think she's
Yeah, I
better
think
than
that's what
Thirst.
puts her up here.
I think she's better than
Yeah.
actually no. I don't think.
Deimos is S tier. Deimos is
I
so
want to
good.
say high A.
I feel like Deimos though, like
Here's the thing.
all
Have you
you have to
seen?
do is be good with the pistol.
I've killed 2 people by a Deimos trying to shoot me from below, and I have a shotgun. I just ADS where I
That's
get the
true.
last thing, and he
As
died.
a Deimos, you do have to be careful, but say you're playing Deimos at like
You
his
also have to be
peak
good with his
potential.
pistol.
Deimos at his peak potential, like Bros is like S tier.
All right, I agree. I agree.
I
All right.
think I think he's really good. I think he's probably here.
Here's the thing. Rara
Raora's so bad.
she's the definition of mid, in my opinion. I think she's C tier's good.
And we're on to the defenders.
Sentry, I think is C tier.
You think B?
C.
I was thinking, or C. I was also thinking C. Sentry's so bad. Striker, good. Sentry, bad.
I mean, why?
Smoke is S tier.
If you want a nitro, you can run someone else, and if you
Exactly.
well,
Like
then
picking
or if you wake up-
any of these operators is better than picking Sentry.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd rather you run Solus than running Sentry. I think
Solus isn't bad. Solus isn't bad.
she's worse than she was.
Yeah. Well, obviously she was, insane.
She was so strong. I think Smoke is S tier.
Mm,
Smoke is such a good solo queue operator.
for solo. Oh yeah, this is solo cute. Yeah, I'll say S tier. He's kind of S tier. Yeah.
I'm gonna start like a line so like this would be like top defenders.
Okay.
Probably. All right. I also think Mute is S tier. Not just like solo queue, yes, but even not in solo queue, I think Mute is one of the best operators in this game.
Right, I agree.
He counters everything pretty much. Castle. Maybe B, A or B.
Depends on what you're doing with Castle.
What did he say?
If you know how to use Castle like really well,
He's probably like A.
Then I think he could be S if you use him right. I think he's A.
I think like middle
most
A.
people use him. He's
How
D.
most people use him, he's
Cast your
freaking
teammates into
B.
sight, and it just
But
makes a loud sound
if
to
you're
you.
any good at this game, Castle's A.
Yeah, I agree.
Pulse.
B.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's not much. Doc. Okay, hold on. I actually think Doc is B tier.
I think he's A tier.
The issue is, I think Thunderbird's better than Doc.
Um,
So I
no, I a hundred
I
percent
s-
disagree. Like, no, she
you don't
was,
think Thunderbird's better?
she was. So he was, then she was, and now he is.
How did he get better after she got buffed?
Her. I feels like the rate at which she heals, like if you're
Doc,
sprinting no, hear me
I
out. If
will
you're
give you
sprinting
this. Doc
across
is
to go
very
get a
fast.
Thunderbird and you're already have taking damage and you're exposing yourself to get to an area that has a Thunderbird,
You're
then
also exposing yourself to go find your Doc.
well, no, because he has
And Docs can die, and then he's useless.
right. I'm saying if you have a sight Doc player, okay.
Thunderbirds are on site.
I think that Doc is A tier. I think
I will
Thunderbird's B
agree.
tier.
Okay, I will put Doc in A tier.
I
I
think
think
Thunderbird's B tier.
I think Thunderbird's also A tier, but Rook.
I think Thunderbird's
I
high
think
B.
running Rook in 2025 is crazy.
I think running Thunderbird in 2025 is
We're
crazy.
not there yet. Rook.
Rook is like D
I
tier.
will say he got a slight advantage, I guess, with this new limb thing because I think more people are gonna get knocked than they used to because it does less damage. So they're in people aim body a lot. So they're not
Yeah.
getting headshots and they're getting knocked, and that is good for Rook. But I think Rook is either high C or low B.
He does have really good guns though.
Yeah,
He does
but
have MP5 ACOG as well as
if you're
P90.
gonna run Rook, I'd rather you run Doc
Yeah.
in solo. I'm thinking
Capcan.
here, low key.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, Capcan is S tier,
Capcan's
especially
so
in
good.
CJX because you can spread out your Capcans more even so with the gas pipes, and it's still
Yes.
easy to kill.
Clonka.
D tier,
Yeah, he's
high D
bad.
tier. I think he's better than Glass
This is true.
because he can
Well, do we
actually
want to start?
he slows down entry. But I did see for the first time I have ever seen someone got a Tachanka kill with their
His fire does no damage. How?
I don't know. They
That's
had already
crazy.
lit him up, and then he
Okay,
hopped in.
maybe.
Big
Okay, hear
window.
me out. I think once it gets to the defenders, I think that starts see how this is top C. This will be top C for
Oh yeah,
defenders.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
I think Rook is better than. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that'll let us keep track of
Attackers and all right.
So I think
Jaeger.
he's here.
Jaeger's
Do you think Jaeger's better than Wamai?
no. I think.
I prefer Wamai, but I hate Jaeger's gun because I just haven't learned the recoil
I think.
pattern.
Well, ability wise, honestly, both of them. Are
In
pretty
solo queue,
so
running Jaeger. Jaeger doesn't have nitros, does he?
no, he doesn't. He has
Yeah.
observation blockers and a BP.
He's freaking Legion. Um, I think
I mean,
Jaeger's B.
here's the thing: when you think about it, he technically has infinite stops. However,
Yes, I think he's B
how
tier.
you know with the recent Capitao, how he can catch Capitaos now,
Yeah,
that does nothing because I mean, would you rather have it blow up or if you throw it on the door that they're trying to enter, fire blows up in their face?
right. I think he's B.
I agree with
I,
that.
I don't think he's
I
A.
think he's B. I think he's B.
Is he better or worse than Pulse? Probably
I
better.
think he's better.
I
Yeah.
agree. Bandit.
Bandit, depending on how you
I'm.
play him. I
I think
think he's
Bandit's
A
A
tier
tier.
if you bandit trick. If you don't bandit trick, then he's B tier.
Yeah, I think he's A tier. Let's say A.
Maybe even C tier if you don't trick.
Yeah,
You know how to trick.
I'd
Yeah,
say A.
I'd say A. I'd say he's better than
Castle worse than Doc.
yeah, yeah. Frost. Frost is so it just
Maybe
depends how you use it.
I feel like she's A or B because she's good, but at the same time
I
it's
think
not
she's
an
B.
instant
I
kill.
think she's B.
I think she's B.
You have to be
I think
playing
she's
with
the
or at the
best out of the
crossbows.
people we have right here, though.
Yeah, agreed. Valkyrie is
Valkyrie's
S
S
tier.
tier.
Yeah.
I think she's honestly
Um,
this lineup is still really
good. Yeah.
yeah,
Cav is C tier, B tier.
I'd agree.
Echo. I think Echo's A tier. Cav is B tier. I'm kind of going ahead, but I think Cav is yeah.
Wait,
No,
A or B?
Cav is B.
I think
Echo's
she's better
A.
than Pulse though.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Echo's
Echo
A
is
tier.
A.
I
Yeah,
think I'm putting him behind Castle just because you have to play him correctly.
yeah. Mira is A tier.
A
Well, she's
tier.
no, I think she's S tier.
I
I
think
think
she's
she's S
above Doc
tier,
A tier.
and she's like S. No, I think she's S tier. I think she's like. I
She's
mean,
really good.
yeah, because
Legion's S
if you
tier.
pair, I think if you pair her with like, yeah, Legion's S tier. Like, I think he's like better than Smoke. Smoke should be further down in my opinion. Um, I think Capcan's better solo queue. I think
I think
Mira.
Smoke is better than Capcan. But I will put
Okay.
Valk ahead, or I will put
Well, if you're solo queuing, I'd say they're pretty even. Mira becomes like in my opinion, she becomes really high S tier if you pair her with a woman, Wilmeyer Jaeger.
agreed. She's like up here if you
Yeah,
have a Mario.
we literally put her. She was in the top 10 best defenders for right top 5. She was in it,
Yeah, she's really
and
good.
so there's no way we don't put her in S tier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Ella,
A tier?
no,
You think B?
I think C or B because
Let's go B.
okay, she has good sound information, like you can hear. It doesn't do anything to your sight. It shakes. I mean, if you have screen shake off, it literally just like you see 2 of everything for like a split second,
Yeah.
and you just can't hear, which is good for like certain instances, but I really don't think it's like
Yeah. I think after Boss G Nerf, Vigil is like C tier.
no. He still's K1A. He counters like everybody on
B
the set.
tier.
Not really. I think he's A tier, bottom A tier.
I think he's B tier.
All right, fine. We'll put him high B tier.
All right, I'll put him like
The thing is
here.
like he counters Deimos. If you don't want to be Deimos tracked, you can do that.
That's
He
true. It is
counters
nice.
Lion. He
Maestro.
counters Grim. He can literally full sprint through Grims. I mean, not saying you would.
Yeah,
Maestro's
that's
B
true.
tier.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think I'm gonna put him like here.
He Brava can counter him so easily,
Yeah, he's
and
just really
then
counterable. If he
yeah,
wasn't as counterable, he'd go up here, but there's no way to make him less counterable without
yeah.
breaking the game.
Alibi is like
Alibi's like
a
C,
C tier.
bro.
You can make good plays with her, like replacing the Alibi clone after they shoot it and when they're not looking. Clash is S tier, top S tier, best defender in R6 right now.
Yeah,
She's better than Mute right now. Yes.
yeah, Clash is really good. Cade is an A tier operator.
Cade is S tier. He's best well denial. Because you have to
I
have a
would
well
agree.
denial in S tier, right? Yeah. Because I mean,
Mozzie's like B tier. I feel like Mozzie just kind of needs something
agreed.
more.
I agree with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah, put him in B tier. B
Put him
tier.
like here,
Tier.
maybe.
I think Warden is S tier. Top
I think
S.
he's
best,
A tier.
best defender in R6. Yeah.
I think
Rush.
Goyo's S tier.
Goyo's S tier. I don't care. He wastes like what 20 plus
Yeah.
seconds of defender's time.
Ramai's like B tier with Jaeger.
No. I think he's better. I think Wamai is A tier.
I think he's above Jaeger and B tier.
I think that he is A tier.
All right.
I'm
Oryx
defiant.
is C tier. Oryx still needs something.
Oryx is D tier. Yeah, actually no, he's C tier. Malusi, I think is S tier.
I'm thinking A. I think she's still like
I think she's the best.
give her
A
Iron Sight and she's A tier or S tier.
Iron Sight.
Did I say Iron Sight? I meant
Yes.
Acorn. Yeah, give her the
Sight is
Iron Sight.
crazy.
No, I think she's like up here.
I think she's better than Doc. I think she's the best A tier defender in
All right, I'd agree. Aruni, B tier.
top B. Yeah, I think she's better than Vigil. Maybe even Frost.
I'd agree.
Because
I
you
don't
can
think Frost.
reactivate them.
That's true. But like she also like her main gun is a DMR unless you're running the Roni, which there was a whole moment with that, but
Yeah, Thunder is B tier. Thunderbird is B tier. I don't care what you say. It takes forever.
all right,
to
I
build.
think she's A tier. I want it on record. I think she's A tier. I'm putting her above Vigil though.
Okay, thank you.
Thorn is C tier. Maybe
Thorn
even
is
D.
D tier. Thorn is D tier.
Yeah. Azami's S tier.
Yeah, Azami's S tier.
Azami's so good.
I think we're like overrating some.
I think
of it.
Solus is B tier.
I agree.
Maybe C. I'm
Fenrir
gonna be so for real.
yeah.
Solus might be C tier.
No, I think she's bottom B. Cause
Fenrir's
see,
S tier.
I think she's better than Rook. And that's who we have as the best.
Yeah, that's true.
I think she's better than all four of those, and I don't really think she
I
fits.
think Fenrir is S tier.
Fenrir is S tier for sure. Um,
Tuberal's
Tuberal A
solo
tier.
queue. He's like a freaking C.
Oh, Solo Q B for sure.
Putting him above Solus.
Well, we have like everybody
Scopos.
in B tier.
Solo queue Scopos.
Solo Q, she might actually be like just as good. I don't really think it changes much. I think Solo Q Scopus is B tier.
She's either bottom B or top
No,
C.
I think she's bottom B. And that is our tier list for Year 10 Season 2, 2025.
We will have to redo this list, once the new operator comes out for year 10, season 3.
And reworks and such. And
Yes, this has
also
been a
because
very long video.
they're also getting new loadouts to
Oh, that's true.
they're adding guns to people. They might be taking
Comment down below who or what you want to see us rank next. We would love to do that.
Tiny.
I hope you guys enjoyed our
Yep.
first long form video
Uh-huh.
because I think I'm going to post this one first.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you
Bye.
guys for watching.
Watching. Goodbye.
Adios.